A new U.S. plan for fixing Afghanistan's problems feels a bit familiar to some Afghans. When the U.S.-led invasion toppled the Taliban government, worldwide interest and the vast resources of Western nations persuaded many that their country was poised for swift improvement. Since then, the momentum has stalled. Parliament member Dawood Sultanzoy told VOA that President Obama's new plan has rekindled hopes for improvement.
Mr. Obama and his administration have created very high expectations in the world, especially in the light of the fact that the previous administration steadily lost credibility and steadily lost the appeal in this part of the world.
Many Afghans agree with the U.S. administration's assessment that improving security is the key to building a stronger, more capable government. President Hamid Karzai, despite months of strong international criticism that he presides over a weak and corrupt government, also backs the plan.
In short words, this is better than we were expecting, as a matter of fact, and we back it, and we hope to go for it to a full implementation.
But plans to add additional U.S. forces would bring the number of foreign troops in Afghanistan to considerably more than 70,000 by mid-year. Some here are concerned that violence, already at record highs, will worsen before the situation improves. Some Afghans, such as Hidayatullah, a driver who works in Kabul, say bringing in more foreigners could further strain relations between the international forces and locals.
In the past 7 years, as more foreign troops came, more Afghans died. Local people are rising up against them, and so the best hope is to increase the number of Afghan police and soldiers.
Residents in Herat province grieve after a U.S. airstrike in February. Locals accuse the U.S. of killing women and children here. The Afghan president has called raids like this one the most serious cause of tension against foreign forces. Other Afghans support bringing in more foreign troops as long as they are focused on protecting civilians. Parliament member Shukriya Barikzai says the additional forces must demonstrate they are doing everything they can to avoid unnecessary killings and improve security.
The most important one for us as Afghans is that which kind of security we want NATO to provide for Afghans. What we need is a human security. It should be a bunch of humanitarian aid and assistance, physical security, and on the political way supporting institutions rather than individuals for Afghanistan.
Voters have been registering since January for the upcoming presidential election, an important test for the country's political structure. For critics of the president, such as Parliament member Sultanzoy, the credibility of the August elections will be a crucial barometer of how the new international strategy is faring.
If we do not have a good election, if the election is stolen by Mr. Karzai, then no matter how much force and how much money the United States and our allies are spending on Afghanistan, the results will be very minimum.
The additional foreign troops on the way this year, as well as the expanding numbers of Afghan police and soldiers, are expected to factor into peace talks with Taliban factions. Proposals for holding reconciliation talks between the government and leaders of the Taliban are popular in Afghanistan. President Karzai has even said he is open to speaking with former Taliban leader Mullah Omar. But Afghan analyst Farouk Bashar says right now the government is negotiating with the Taliban from a position of weakness.
They show that they do have the power, they do have the energy, and do have the capacity to create problem not only for Afghanistan but also for Pakistan and possibly to the world.
Bashar says if foreign troops and the expanded ranks of Afghan security forces can counter the Taliban's growing influence, it will strengthen the government's negotiating position. He says that would dramatically improve the chances for a peaceful end to the conflict. Newhouse, VOA News, Islamabad.